Hi everybody, Shana Karpeles here with CA Bar Style. I wanted to explain why you might need to purchase either one or multiple essay approaches that are now for sale on our shop page of our website at cabarstyle.com. So why might you need an approach to the essay portion? So the essay approaches are obviously geared towards the essay portion of the California bar exam. And it is a major part of the CA Bar Style program and course. I am known for them. I've been teaching them now. This will be my 20th bar in July 2019, and they are all my own. I developed them many, many years ago, over 10 years ago. And what they are, the approaches, so obviously there's written approach where I teach applicants every single possible way that a given categorical area of law is tested. So there's a very big difference between just learning law. Let's think of an area like homicide, where the California bar will test an area of homicide in 6 to 7 different ways, meaning different types of fact patterns, different types of calls of question. And it is fundamental that you know going in not only to your practice, but also to the exam, every possible way that that area is tested. Now, what does that mean? That means that you know what the different calls of questions look like. Given those calls of questions and fact patterns, what issues will always need to be discussed, what issues will only sometimes need to be discussed and considered still within the gamut of your checklist and universe, for that area of law. Also part of approach is knowing what your rule statements look like. So we're going through the IRAC and knowing what issues will always be a minor issue where you'll quickly get in and out. So timing is a consideration, and major issues where you will stop and give more of an analysis and possibly a counter argument. So there are a lot of commercial approaches online. You can buy them off Amazon or maybe other resources, but mine are really spectacular. I mean, there's nothing like them on the market. They are very thorough and they are based on the last 25 to 30 years of the exam. So nothing in my teachings really misses what could possibly come up in that area. So if you're dealing with a voluminous amount of law, and let's say you're in a commercial bar prep and you're going from law and tons of law, okay, I know because I took one of those when I took the exam and started developing CA Bar Style. You can read more about that in my bio if you're interested. But when you're going through a lot of law and you don't stop and go to now, okay, how is this law tested? And not only how is it tested on the essay portion, but how is the law applied? Because remember that the standard is lawyerly and you need to know how to write for these areas of law. So a lot of repeaters will bring me blue books from their not passing essays, and we will see structural issues, a lot of issues missed, which is the number one reason that you'll not pass an essay, and analysis that is not either where it needs to be. It might be storytelling, it might be way too to the point, conclusory, and not giving the examiners what they're looking for, so you're not maximizing your points and you're missing an abundance of points, and you really want to avoid that. So if you're not looking for a big course, you've done the course and you've done a course maybe somewhere else, or you don't have the budget for another full course where you get tutoring and grading and all the other services that a package may entail, but you are curious and you do know yourself and need to know how to write for these areas, or if you're a repeater and you're missing tons of points, if you're scoring 55s and 60s on essays, you definitely want to take a look at my approaches. You can purchase just an individual subject. You can purchase the entire bundle of all of the approaches that I offer. And they will definitely bring you a significant amount of clarity as to not only how to write for the areas, but where to spend your time, and areas that you wouldn't even know to discuss in a given categorical area of law. I'll give you another example. a number of bars ago, they tested injunctions. So obviously you're in torts remedies, and you had to discuss the 3 different types of injunctions: temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction, and a permanent injunction. Now, a lot of applicants that had to repeat that exam came to me with their blue book and said, I don't get it. I discussed the 3 types of injunctions. Why did I not pass the essay? And you didn't pass the essay because maybe you missed the equitable defenses. Now, in my injunctions approach, I will tell you that not only what the elements will be for each type of injunction and when to go into all 3 or maybe just 1 or more, but also that you'll always go into the equitable defenses. That's got to be on your radar and within your checklist in that area. So it is fundamental. Approach doesn't just mean it's fundamental to understand that approach is not just a cookie cutter little checklist you can buy online where someone just knows the elements to the cause of action and has mapped it out for you. But California is so particular in the way that they test these areas. You've got to know the entire testable issues in a given categorical area of law and when to go into them and when to not. Or else you can give them just what your idea is of the law or what the cause of action is. But if you don't really give them the full enchilada, everything they're looking for, you're going to miss points. And it means a lot of different things. So, if you have questions on, what these approaches are more about, please feel free to contact me. Now, there are a lot of little examples that I've given on YouTube of me teaching the approaches. And I know a lot of followers have signed up with me because they've been following me over the years. And I'm so flattered and humbled that people obviously love these things, and they've helped so many of my applicants pass the exam because a lot of people struggle with the essays and it can be overwhelming, the amount of law. But the good news is that if you have approach and strategy and structure and you learn from someone like me who really knows what to give them and what to expect, you can cut a lot of corners and stop wasting time focusing in on areas that are not even tested, especially on the essay portion, because there is an abundance of repetition in the way they test these areas. Now, the approaches, for those of you who may be asking, are definitely always part of the CA Bar Style program and offered in every single package that we have. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a great day.